Watch it. Make yourselves useful. Would rather have avoided this. You hardly need me for this fight. Allow me to put you out of your misery. I'll send you to your grave. The audacity of these fools. I've not the time for weaklings like you. You'd better entertain me at the very least. You've crossed the wrong man. Not even worth lifting a finger against. Let that be a lesson to you. I will say they weren't completely inept. I expected nothing less from myself, and I'd assumed I had nothing left to learn. I could get used to this. My senses feel sharper than ever. None shall defeat me now. This power is beyond what even I could conceive. You're mine. Begone. Goodbye. Enough. Good riddance. No, you don't. I pity you. Your life is forfeit. Such is your fate. Their leader has fallen. I've rendered the rest of this fight meaningless. Lost sight of me, have you? I'm over here. Simpleton. Sorry for your loss. You won't be needing that. And off it comes. Now you notice. Your fate is sealed. Your defeat is already assured. You shall burn. Drown in flame. May flame take you! Burn to a crisp! Cleanse them in fire! You cannot stave off your cremation! Die a fiery death! Even your bones shall smolder! Pierce them to the core! Bear your icy fangs at them! Writhe in the whirl! This maelstrom shall be your prison! Inundate them! Sear their flesh! Succumb to the cold! Freeze them in their tracks! Cower before my ethereal onslaught! O wind, become my blade! Uproot all in your path! Rage on, whirling wind! Rain agony down upon them! Show these imbeciles the light! Tremble at the sound of heavenly retribution! The welkin's roar sounds your demise! Cleave them in twain! From soil to spear! This shall crush your hopes! On your knees, vermin! You are no match for me! I will bury you! Yield to me! Run them through! So sorry! Pathetic! You shall return to dust! Submit! Eat this! You can run, but you can't hide! Prepare to die! Hope this is hot enough for you! Follow my lead! Oh, how you wish you could run! Not yet! Have another! Not yet! Another! More! Again! This should suffice. Now, who's next? You can do better. How's this? Time to knock you down a peg. Be very afraid. Here, this'll do nicely. Enjoy! Who gave you permission to faint? Raymond! This pose is quite the setback. Now's not the time, Leticia. You leaving her in the lurch? Albert, get back on your feet! Elena! Ugh, this world still needs my genius. My limbs, they feel so heavy. Confound it! Marielle! Malkia! Damn it all! No lying down. Pull yourself together. Fret not. I'll save you. Don't you dare think I've given up on you. How cavalier of you. Leave this to someone who knows what they're doing. Me? Fine. If I must. This trifle is beneath me. Enjoy your respite. Duma, prove your worth. Subdue them. Damn it. Do something about this. We're on our own for now. Enemies, brace for a fight. I heard you. Uh-huh. Must we do this? You can count on me. Just don't do anything stupid. I'll graciously offer my support. I will attack simultaneously. You require my assistance? No need to rush in. Stay on guard. As you will. I shall guard your flank. Of course. On your mark. I shall assist. Keep your wits about you. As long as we remain calm, we'll survive. Stay back, and you'll be fine. I shall provide support if necessary. You may take the vanguard. Reinforcements. The more the merrier. How many are there? Lost them. No need to trouble ourselves with the small fries. The pain! Someone help me! It burns! 'Tis but a little heat. I think I'm hallucinating. Who am I again? Do what you will. Focus on a single foe. To each their own enemy. Understood. A fair request. I can lend a hand. How's this? For you. Here you go. You force my hand. You owe me. Don't break again. That the best you can do? I think not. You worry me to no end, Malkia. Pay me back twofold. Show us what you're made of. Make do with this. Perfect. You have my thanks. Right on time. Watch and learn. I appreciate the sentiment. Fret not, I won't disappoint. If you insist, much appreciated. You are too kind, Malkia. I am quite all right. That is all I ask. Thank you. Ever the dependable one. And thus I grace you with my presence once more. Now it is your turn to be laid low. Sorry for the delay. No one mention my age. Let me rest a moment. Ha ha! I've seen worse. Not terrible. Such lithe movements. Just like the good old days. How befitting a knight. Do not overreach yourself. Such astonishing agility. Might as well for safekeeping. This has little use. However, did not expect to find this here. Not the least useless bauble I've seen. It appears to have some value. What a pleasant surprise. To think something so rare would come into my possession. No one I know would pass this over. Serendipity has truly smiled upon me. Sorry. Ah, yes. Simple enough. Allow me. Don't mind us. We'll be taking that. No more of that, you hear? Finally got you, you blasted thing. I've every confidence this will work. Ugh. You wish me to do menial labor? Behold what a former maester is capable of. I may be rough around the edges, but I've a soft side too. Quiet now. I'm concentrating. Honestly, child's play. Can't be any more challenging than a research paper, surely. Don't pester me. I have to focus. Now we're getting somewhere. No better instructor than experience, as they say. Oh, this sort of work is murder on the eyes. Aha! I think I've come up with just the recipe. Precisely the reaction I expected. Oh, my readers should get a kick out of this. My success is all but assured. I pity the enemies who dare to cross us now. A well-honed mind is the most effective weapon of all. Such delicate movements are integral in semiomancy as well. An easy enough task, as long as my tools cooperate. You'll find there's nothing I can't create. My readers will be asking who done it till the very last page. Solidly done on my part. I dare you to find fault with that. Let's see just how much I've improved. Nothing can hinder my progress now. Mastery is only the beginning. Your gratitude is appreciated, though unnecessary. Let's make it a point to return. Thank you for your hospitality. Wipe the sleep from your eyes already. A good meal always hits the spot. Hey. Now then, off to the east. We should have eyes on it if we head west of here. Southward it is then. We'll want to move north from here. Now we make for the northeast, I'd imagine. Let's head southeastern next. Now we travel to the southwest. We had best make for the northwestern side. Eastward, we haven't the time to waste. To the west, post haste. We move southward. The north calls and is not apt to wait. Now then, we move northeast. Southeast is our next destination. Up and at it. We're headed to the southwest. We press on to the northwest. Come, this way, and be quick about it. The meteorite likely fell near the Galka shrine. It's not very far from the village. Come, this way. Follow the side road until you reach the shrine. Be quick about it. Hey, this route is leading us away from the meteorite. The structure in the center is the Galka shrine. Let's see what awaits us inside. So it's true, then, that you have another one just like it. Pod is what it's called, then. Are they different from meteorites? It's clear that these pods aren't meteors, per se. So what exactly are they? No vessel could fall from such an altitude in one piece. Wait. Didn't you say it was broken? And if it's not broken, where in the world is it meant to be ridden? The stars, you say? Beyond is a route that will see us through the Larkus Weald, although I'm not sure one could call it a shortcut. Let's make our way back to the Galka Shrine. We have everything we need, correct? Off we go, then. You mentioned you came from the stars above. Are you telling me another world lies beyond the night sky? And these star denizens have completely different civilizations and technology than that of our own. Apocryphal, to say the least. Agreed. But if it's the price I have to pay to witness something truly fascinating, then I pay it gladly. Further compensation for the right to challenge the unknown. I will do what I can. Hey, I recall you saying we had everything we needed. Surprisingly, don't treat me like I'm geriatric. I'll have you know I'm younger than Marcus. I regularly had to travel south to Larkus and Rythel from Ada for supplies on foot. Precisely. Where are you going? Rythel is to the south. Were we not on our way to Rythel? On with it already. We have matters to attend to. Ugh, this stench. Not that long with this one's help. Let's be about it then. North, if I recall. Correct. We'll head north to the Adali region and then from the Galka Shrine to the Hallowed Mount. Don't tell me you need to do more shopping. How much longer do we plan on wandering around this area? Perhaps we took a wrong turn. Let's go back. No need. Is this really the time for superfluous detours? There is. We head for the shrine. We can exit from behind Elena's pod. Just about. Now we descend to the south. We should be descending the Hallowed Mount soon. Correct? If we carry on east along the sea, we will eventually reach Kato. We should turn back for now. This is no mountain for the ill-prepared. Mount Cotarinth, It looms over the northern part of Cotarinth. It is a veritable treasure trove for medicinal herbs. I have been there once or twice to forage for them. This is the direction of the royal capital. How dare you try to lead me there? Much of the medicinal herbs I'm familiar with here have all withered, leading me to believe the herb you're searching for has too. I do hope you are right. At any rate, Marcus never said they would be easy to find. Let's keep looking. Raymond, does Elena have the ability to assess an area's geography? It doesn't look like we're getting through here. Could be. Let's retrace our steps. We should not squander our time right now. Our only destination should be Kato. The Kato seaport is due southeast of here. We should leave post-haste once we are ready. Wrap up any unfinished business in the western part of the kingdom before we leave for Kato. All right then. The Trathan settlement lies just southwest of here. The Trathan settlement is due west, but it doesn't seem as though we can force our way through here. It would be difficult to hear enemies approaching in such dense vegetation. To proceed safely, I suggest we head westward. Make haste! You do well not to dote on children. They'll take advantage of you. The damn Imperials are everywhere, desecrating Nilbeth underfoot. No, there's more to explore ahead of us. The royal palace is under tight watch. Let us stay clear of it. Do we intend to be killed by our own Fulga? Our mission is to handle the infantry. Look at this place. What is all this? This is making things difficult. Did you not think to repair it? Says you. Still looks like it could all be put back into place. Are we honestly meant to make our way from here all the way to the royal city? Fair point. Come then. Let us make our way northwest through Baldar and to the city. At last, Baldar. Now to cross the Osirius Plains to the north and arrive at the royal city. We should search the area. Never know what useful stuff we might happen on. Am I to understand correctly we are stuck here due to one of those security points you mentioned? There's a right swarm of them in here. Is there no end to their numbers? Blast it! Why not just blast a hole straight to where we are headed? Surely you have the technology to allow for such. Won't be getting any further this way. There must be another path. Shall we blast through the ground at our feet yet again? Was there not a settlement in the vicinity? Let us see to it the damage is contained here and now by bringing that accursed tower to the ground. Judging by the outside, we're going to be at this a while. We should take the rest we are given chance for. Where had you taken off for? You had me searching. Well, I'd say everything worked out. Remember your promise about bringing me to space? Though you ended up running off with Marielle. Hence, I declare that it did, in fact, work out. Incorrigible child, Raymond and I spoke before, and I told him to bring me to where he calls home. In other words, the stars. I have a feeling a lot of it was dumb luck. But I suppose I should give you my thanks. On that note, you also promised that you would buy me my very own android. Yes, you me. What do you want? Hey, don't touch that. I have everything in this room exactly as I want it. Touching anything will obfuscate my delicate balance. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. Got it? Now, out with you. I'm busy. In the past, symbols that transmitted semiomancy were considered as sacred as divine miracles, though nowadays we do not personally use symbols with semiomancy. Tracing back their lineage, we know that symbols have been included in the iatromantic system. To put it simply, symbols that heal the human body are known as divine miracles. Well, I learned it from the best, Filberto. Yes, and the ebullient man never stopped talking about it, so much so I couldn't help but memorize it. Ah! Good heavens! Oh my! No time for equanimity. I am among the stars, the final frontier. This is an entirely unfamiliar world to me. I must needs investigate every little thing I see. I've not been surrounded by such unknowns in years. I can't decide what to look into first. I'm starting to get irksome. I appear to forget myself. I must calm down. No, it's of no use. Just thinking of it, my laughter spills forth from the inside. That's it. I think I'll start by combing over every inch of the Aldous. I never thought I'd find myself attending a wedding. Personally speaking, I'm glad it was accompanied by such an extravagant performance. Call it what you want. Anyway, say I were to attend a wedding. I can't stand the puerile idea of sitting still the entire ceremony. I bet you couldn't either. Does it? Then what kind of ceremony would you want to attend? What? Like the one that just happened? So your partner in marriage would have to be high class enough for a cathedral like that to host your ceremony, yes? I could see myself attending such an unencumbered affair. I see. So, your partner in marriage would have to approve of such an unpretentious wedding, yes? Really? And that wouldn't bore you to tears, would it? I see. So, your partner in marriage would have to be fit for a simple wedding like that, yes? Based on whom we know your type would be? All right, then, I'll spare you. They were absolutely overwhelming, attacking from such a high position out of reach from the enemy. A simple tactic, yet so formidable. No, this is a victory of everyone's dedication. Well, in truth, I did not want to engage it in that kind of maiden battle. Do you not see the Fulga only triggering further conflict? You're an ass. Stop. Enough of your nonsense. Yes, I do. I already told you so. Raymond. Nothing. Nothing at all. Fine, I apologize. Oh, yes, I swear on my mother's life. Yes, fine. Now be gone. Can't believe I got caught. I guess sneaking it by the Verguldian so easily made me a bit careless. You know as well as I that halting an inquisitive mind is no easy feat. All right, now to rework my methods to make sure I get away with it next time. Yes. I've been thinking about the recent conflict between the warships in Minuk. Absolutely. I know I didn't see the entirety of it, but I could tell the skirmish was of a magnitude beyond imagination. However, it made me feel like it was essentially no different from our fight. No matter how massive the ships are, when you get right down to it, they are mere weapons. Looking at it in that light, wouldn't you say our conflict is ultimately one and the same? No need to take it to heart, though. I purely saw an outrageous spectacle and felt like squabbling with you. You don't. I see the similarities. Size and power are irrelevant, lad. What matters is why the people wield those tools of war, and for what they fight. Warships are immensely powerful weaponry. However, Mariel and Antonio did not employ them for war. They used them to come to your aid. That is how you see it? Well, it is divorced from the cacophony and commotion of places like Delric and Rifle, which is why I chose to live here after leaving the capital. But once I actually started living here, idyllic was about the last thing I found it to be. Well, what do you think possessed me to erect such an ominous gate? The village is constantly threatened by mountain beasts, and suitable farmland is sparse. In the past, it once thrived as a place of training for the kingdom's semiomancers. But young blood these days aren't interested in coming here, and some villagers even left to the capital for work. Yes, but still, not everyone cares to move to the city. No matter how remote or inconvenient it is, they'll protect where they've laid their roots. Paragons of virtue as they are, I stayed to help. I'm not one to put on airs to suit with whom I speak. You do understand something. Oh, come now. You're stronger than this. It's not safe here, but we can rest over there. Follow me. Somewhere to sit and regain your strength. We're in the midst of a quasi-cybermind integration, yes? So, The concept of our thoughts being projected here is within the realm of possibility, no? If that is the case, this place is obvious. Without you, this beauty wouldn't have come to fruition. We stand where it made its most prodigious impact. Flying about must have filled you with exuberance? Yes, and I am grateful for what you've done. Ever since I withdrew to Ada, I have not even come close to accomplishing anything noteworthy. But you and Elena taught me how vast this universe truly is. Once I learned I was but a voice in a chorus, I felt ashamed for dwelling on trivial matters. I know, but you are the bellwether. You were the catalyst for everything. And the fact that you and I are here together now means that you too feel strongly about this place and the Folga. No? So you're feeling less pompous about being from space now? How magnanimous. It was worth all the effort then. All right, let's get going. We do not have any time to idle. I have a plethora of things to show your simple mind. Oh, I'm not through with you yet. Hence Bulldor is eating up too much of my time. Let us take that bastard down and make the universe a better place. Lad, what do you think is my most attractive quality? Nothing. Just curious is all. Cease your commentary and answer the damn question. That certainly is what I'm most confident in. And yet my technology pales in comparison. My muscles, huh? If anything, I would have said my brains over my brawn. Are you saying you don't find my intelligence dependable? As you should. My hair! You mean to make a mockery of me, lad? In what reality is this stylish? I simply let it grow out. Damn it! Hell no! I find myself overcome with cupidity. You, Chloe, and the rest of the All-Dust crew. You're all so much younger than me, yet you understand advanced technologies of the universe. Hence, I find myself filled with jealousy and frustration. Precisely right. Oh, damn it. If only I had been born among the stars, I would possess so much more knowledge. You see? I was born on the wrong planet. That's an entirely different conversation. Perfidious little... You have some nerve. I have many new and auspicious things to study. I swear that I will exceed your technologies one day. Don't count me out. You think I don't know that? It still causes me distress, though. My thoughts exactly. I swear that I will exceed your technologies one day. What? I am no stalker. Satisfying my intellectual curiosity. Every step she takes, every move she makes, it's all foreign to me. After coming to where androids are created, my interest is boundless. You are right. That was impolite of me. I apologize for lurking about. Instead of watching from the shadows, from now on I'll shout at you to do whatever I need to study. What? Why are you bringing up Malkia? All right, fine, I'll never do it again. Blast. Where's this coming from? Yes, of course, I know it. Although she bears no blame, she's still burdened by royal responsibilities. And Leticia will face many more hardships associated with her standing. So if she cannot handle someone like me, she will not possess the acumen to overcome what's ahead. Therefore, I'm making her gain some experience while I can. Leave me be. And don't you get any funny ideas about what we said. Nor did I. I got thrown into quite the predicament. I hope you weren't expecting me to say that. How long have you been spying? And don't go spreading rumors about us. If someone were to hear me say that aloud, it would make things very difficult. Embarrassment is par for the course. Apologies for having made you uncomfortable. Let's go, Malkia. I did nothing worthy of praise. Medical care isn't even my forte exactly. You would do well to know that there are many things I still do not understand about the Scorpium. However, saving the lives of others is only commonplace magnanimity. Oh, I should be better equipped for this at my age. But I'm uncertain how to react to commendations from someone my elder. No, not quite. I would say your expressions are more cryptic than lacking. What are you smiling about over there, you whelp? Balderdash, be gone. I will have your silence. Yes, okay. Yes. Tell me right away if it feels a bit off. If you hide any defects and it breaks suddenly, I won't help you. You say that now, but you'll push your luck when you're in the thick of it. Well, I said I'd take care of you, so rest assured. But still, try to stay within your limits. And I say this to you, don't let this one go wild. The more rampageous he gets, the faster his arm will fall apart. Confound it. Looks like you're both eager to go over the deep end. Hopeless. And she's always been insufferable. What? What would such a sheltered child know of such things? Or could it be something like war buddies? Perhaps partners in crime? I need to warn you, don't take any of her nonsense at face value. That would mean I am the parent, of course, right? Ridiculous. I am the parent, right? Right? They were absolutely overwhelming. Attacking from such a high position out of reach from the opposition. A simple tactic, yet so formidable. No, this is a victory of everyone's dedication. Well, in truth, I did not want to engage her in that kind of maiden battle. I see it only as the trigger of further conflict. Are you presenting me with a challenge now? You've got some neck to talk with such ambition. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Ah! I am arrived. I am amongst the stars. How could I contain such excitement? This is an entirely unfamiliar world to me. I must needs investigate every little thing I see. I've not been surrounded by such unknowns in years. I can't decide what to look into first. I'm starting to get irksome. I appear to forget myself. I must calm down. No, it's of no use. Just thinking of it, my laughter spills forth from the inside. That's it. I think I'll start by combing over every inch of the Aldous. So I hear the Felgreed is being used by the Empire. Good. Then it is being put to good use for now. Impossible to know from the chaos we are currently in. Nonsense. That responsibility is mine, since mine are the hands which built her. But I will thank you for feeling such, all the same. I once thought fighting for peace a silly idea. But if that is our goal, perhaps not. Let us go put an end to this. That is how you see it? Well, it is divorced from the cacophony and commotion of places like Delric and Rifle, which is why I chose to live here after leaving the capital. But once I actually started living here, idyllic was about the last thing I found it to be. Well, what do you think possessed me to erect such an ominous gate? The village is constantly threatened by mountain beasts, and suitable farmland is sparse. In the past, it once thrived as a place of training for the kingdom's semiomancers. But young blood these days aren't interested in coming here, and some villagers even left to the capital for work. Yes, but still, not everyone cares to move to the city. No matter how remote or inconvenient it is, they'll protect where they've laid their roots. Paragons of virtue as they are, I stayed to help. I'm not one to put on airs to suit with whom I speak. You do understand something. What are you doing? Oh, troublesome girl. Come here! There's a safe place! Have a seat. Now, let's see if Malthea's prized tea's been recreated. Please don't ask me to explain detailed theory, but we seem to be quasi-integrated into Scorpium Network. It looks like the place we share the strongest impression of each other has been recreated as a safe zone of some sort. Blast it. Found the tea leaves, but I guess I can't make hot water. Yes, originally not a place of fond memories, but that's different now. By dragging me along, you all helped relieve me of my burdens I'd buried deep so many years ago. I am truly grateful, though it may not seem it. What's with that face? There is a stark difference between remembering the past and being shackled by it. Thanks to your fight to save Osirius, I was finally able to move on from my own. Because of you, I could reconcile with the king, complete the Fulga, and Osirius now at last knows peace. There's not a person alive who wouldn't be grateful to you. I am the one doing the thanking here. Oh, is this really something to cry over? And it's normal for kids to cause adults trouble. At any rate, here at this moment, as it stands, Osirius still owes me a considerable debt. I'll hold you to that. I fully intend to collect, you know. Oh, come now, fight back a little at least. You're making me nervous. Then I see no reason to hold back. Come. I wish to leave this place so I can reap the sweet fruit of my labor. I am. I had an awfully realistic dream last night. I awoke at a terrible hour and could not get back to sleep for the life of me. What? Child, do not mock your elders. Malkia shall hear nothing of this. You will tell no one of this. Keep it a secret, you hear? No. The Fulga occupies near but all of my waking thoughts. Sleep is my only respite from it. It's just there's nothing else worth thinking about. You think me some kind of miser? And who the hell are these people? I hope my dreams never become as dreary as that. I was reflecting on my shortcomings born from my own narrow-mindedness. It's about Chloe. Since we reached outer space, she seems like a completely different person. She keeps this ship moving and commands others with admirable efficiency. When I first saw her, I'm ashamed to say, I took her for some kind of simpleton. However, in actuality, she is a consummate professional of her craft. This means I judged Chloe based solely on her appearance. I'm a useless researcher if I make such quick determination based on preconceived notions. Perhaps not, but this issue is one I must settle deep within my core. Yes, stroll up and say, I apologize for thinking you were a simple-minded fool? Past absurd. You say I should deepen my understanding through substantive discussion. When the time comes, if you would be so kind. Seems there is much I can learn from Chloe up here amongst the stars. Must I go to such lengths? Though I suppose it would not perhaps be unwarranted, given my behavior. An apology through gift, huh? But what in the hell could I give to a girl of that age? What a conundrum. But I'd better give it my all for my own sake as well. Stop. Even if I were to accept your gesture, I would receive no boon from it. Did I not say I had no want for your apology, man? I have no intention to ask anything of you. The same honor unites mouth from your grimmest visage, curled with your miserable stoicism. Think me in want of that. Go jump in a lake full-plated. Don't misunderstand me. There is no need for you to apologize. What did you possibly do to me 14 years ago to affect me? Jack all. You were a child then, a brat barely old enough to be Leticia's senior. You were powerless then, and a fool now to think otherwise. Is your sense of repentance not yet sated? Then toil and sweat blood for the kingdom's future, so that such things will never occur again. And work together with Albert and that sneaky one eavesdropping over there. Let us elders fight among ourselves about the past. You'd all best think of the future. That is a responsibility only your generation can shoulder. You young people today are too upstanding and dutiful. Did you inherit none of your father's shameless desires? You put me ill at ease. Not I. This one's been drinking for us both. See? You're as sauced up as I've ever seen you. What drove you to drink like this? What nonsense. You are well and truly fuddled. More like I am being imposed upon. I swear. Listen to yourself. What a drunkard you are, corrupting youngsters now. You run along now. The way she's going, she'll really make you drink. Rethink that. There's better things you can do when you're young. What's this? Is that really the rub of it? Blast it! Answer me properly. It's no use. She's well and truly fuddled. You're not running away! This is due to your blathering! I could use a hand here! I do not take the destruction of my defenses lightly. Now state your purpose here. Having pillaged the capital, does the Empire now sick its hounds on the western frontier? You may have grown, Leticia, but tell me, will you still throw a tantrum if I said no? A patient of Marcus's? Very well. Open the gate. Come. It's far more than that, as I'm sure you've now come to realize. It's a security system designed to rebuff highwaymen and their ilk. For now, yes, but it's only a matter of time until Osirius falls. And then even your most loyal knights will turn to outlawry. Oh, but I do. I assume it's already begun, in fact. Why else would royalty trek into the hinterlands if not to beg for help? We're here. You two, wait outside. This isn't a show. They will only get in the way. Or are you so unmanned by a doctor you need your mistress to hold your hand? Fine, but not a word from you. You, Filberto's girl. You know your herbs? Well, Nina, let's see whether or not you can follow orders. Bring me 2 sprigs of lavender and Artemis leaf each, dried, not fresh. And you, Raymond, you're free to watch. But better keep that orb of yours in line. What a rum thing. Now, so you collapsed in rifle? Experiencing any other symptoms? Half a year. Then you will lose all function of your arm. I can craft a new prosthetic for you, but it will be of inferior make. Its performance will suffer as well. You have no choice but to change your lifestyle greatly, lad. There was 14 years ago. Unless it concerns your arm, you waste your breath. I have no patience for royalty or their dogs. You know my answer. Is that truly why you ventured into this backwater? To give your retainer a health check? The materials I'd need were lost to your kingdom 14 years ago. Nothing short of time travel can see that prosthetic of his made new. This is the best I can offer him now. I was warned that the arm mightn't last into adulthood, so I prepared this just in case. With some adjustments, it should provide you with more than enough mobility to lead an ordinary life, but not one of knighthood. For no semiomancer, you're quite perceptive. It's plain to see there's no semiomantic connection between you and your orb, and yet still it heeds your command. I confess I've never seen anything like it. How does it work? You think I'll be cozened by such tricks? If Asarius's fate rests entirely on my shoulders, then they deserve what's coming. End of discussion. However, I've a responsibility to see to your arm, one I won't neglect. Anything beyond that is none of my concern. Who speaks? And what's that map? Come, you mean to get to that meteorite. Then follow me. I do this for my village, not for you. Need some assistance? Albert, take the other side. We 3 ought to suffice. You said there was another meteorite not unlike this one, did you not? I should like to see it. Therefore I shall be joining you. What did you say? Glad I could be your soporific. She will be fine. The villagers will know better than to enter, and I doubt any of the local fiends will make it this far. We get to dismantle it. Excellent. I have never seen this level of craftsmanship. What tools could produce anything with such impressive detail? I doubt I'll be much help, but I am at your service. What? Did she just die? Oh, right. Well now, you heard the lady. Come on, lad. Let's get to it. I thought we were in a hurry. A point well made. My stomach concurs as well. Spare me. We both know I'm only getting in the way. Though I did learn that you people truly aren't of this world. Their purblind highborns decided our work did not merit continuing. The royals, fools that they are, took their side. It's not the girl I dislike, but what she represents. To aid her is to aid the kingdom, so keep your nose out of it. And I suggest you leave well enough alone. Now move along. Let him go. It's too dangerous. Elena's repairs also have yet to be finished. Another time, lad. Now we must finish the girl's repairs, and fast. Nonsense. Any doctor or inventor would do the same. Your efforts on that front will be in vain. And if I say no? Enough. I'm coming. I've Albert's arm to consider after all. But I'm only accompanying you lot for purely semiomantic reasons. I reserve the right to leave whensoever I wish. No, not 100%. They could very well be natives of some part of Nilbeth. To that point, Nilbeth possesses technology in semiomancy that neither Osarius nor the Vale Empire do. Perhaps a few overweening semiomancers wish to leverage their position. Ah, filthy pests! I'm fine. I knew nothing good would come from fraternizing with you royals. What was that? I'm curious as to what form that would take. I'm sure it would make for quite the spectacle. At any rate, I must go. Some of us have to wash feculence from their raiment. Well enough, but I'm much too old to go through all that again. I heard. It seems I was struck with the rot. I owe you two. Filberto would be pleased to hear that. If you've the stamina, I know a way to Cato, and maybe her. The trail leads from where we repaired Elena, and over the peak of Galcalemphus. It fell out of use over a century ago, so I'd be more surprised if you did know of it. Once we're over, we'll make for Mount Cotarinth. The herbs for your medicine can be found there. And I imagine the Cato seaport will need said cure if we hope to see their ferry services return in a timely manner, yes? Stop. I'm only accompanying you because of Albert and Elena. And I suppose for the sake of Ada itself. It's not uncommon for the residents to visit flatland settlements. We should have the cure on hand, in case one succumbs to the rot. Silence, whelp. Now, unless anyone wants to experience what I did, I say we get moving. Hence the shrine erected at its base. Compared to this, your climb to Ada was a morning constitutional. Not if you're in as much of a hurry as you say. Why? As you wish. The automaton sleeps. I doubt you understand. This is clearly beyond your ken. But you saw what should be her muscles and bones. Those were no human innards. I see. In actuality, what is Elena? Leticia, the operative phrase here is highly advanced. Remember my lagomower in Ada? Would that think to pray to a god? Neither would Elena. And yet she was able to sense the anxiety in your facial expression, make a moral appeal to Raymond, and coax us in what she calculated would be the right direction. That is a feat even some of us humans cannot perform. Raymond, I must ask. Though she may be a doll, there must be something special about her, no? Preposterous, but also enticing. All right, I've made up my mind. I do not believe we have discussed my payment for repairing Elena. As compensation, you will take me back to your homeland with you. I am not asking. Then the matter is settled. Now, may we endeavor to complete these fools' errands? And may a certain royal retainer come to terms with his fate? Save your breath. The knights of this realm hear naught but the sound of their own voices. You didn't hear? I said the only weapon these pompous blowhards can wield is hot air. I merely showed them all the respect their station commands. Why the furrowed brow? 'Tis only a fiend's den, though it is a rather foul one, I grant you. That, or they knew this is where the herbs would be. Someone has taken a great deal of time and effort to outfit this cave, and to very ill ends, by the look of things. I shall venture a guess and assume she is friends with the others. Clearly another horned assailant. Hey, where's Nina? Testing? At a cursory glance, it is not too late to turn back. As is your wont, there is work to be done. Yes, she does enjoy some popularity. Will she truly have need of my help? This is precisely why I hate the royal palace. Somewhere I can give your arm a proper examination. Come when you are ready. So it was you who showed it to Leticia. Do not suffer children their foolish dreams. You are why I find myself here. So, how did talks go with that twit Neon? And for what? I said I would support Albert and Elena, but I will rescind that promise if you intend to risk your lives so meaninglessly. I will not prostrate myself before the king. Go, return with your friend. I shall await here. So, you return in one piece, with an ally in tow no less. Try. I am come only to fix Albert's arm, nothing more. Oh? 'Twas naught but a foolish 14-year-old dream. Do what you will with my dusty old notion. I am come only to— What? If you jest, I shall show you no quarter. Fine, I will go. When do we leave? I am simply conducting semiomancy research. Is my presence causing distress? March in silence. They what? My time's not to be wasted. Malkia! Are you all right, Malkia? In the flesh. Thank goodness you're safe. My apologies. Yet you remain unchanged, just as last I saw you. Forget them. The less they know, the better. Malkia! Yes, I would not have met you otherwise. Do you know where the brutes dwell? Return with all haste, now! You horned cretins lose no opportunity to stand in my way! The main issue was discerning whether we could procure another osseous core from Malkia. With her help, we cannot fail. Rest assured, their kind do not go astray. Their strange tools create detailed cartographs. If the king has truly fallen, nothing will prevent Lambert from doing whatsoever he pleases. He may even impede our work on the Folga, as shall I, as an authority on Levitas ore. The records of all sites in the world engraved with such symbols can be traced all the way back to the ancient coil. Where did you get that? I am no iatromancer. That is a question better asked of Marcus on your return to Delric. Make sure the nobility do not do anything foolish. Keep a tight rein on them. I will not allow our efforts to end in vain. If we hope to get any use out of the Folga, a deposit this minuscule will not serve in the slightest. Indeed. If we mine this, We should easily procure the amount Melthia has envisioned for the Folga. Where? It's reacting to Nina's pendant. Does it hold some hidden danger? I will oversee the excavation. It requires care. Then why must you impede our excavation of Levitas ore? What? Have you no shame in your prattle of bare untruths, Canis? Who sent you? Why come hither with such poisonous intent against the Trathan? I know of many experiences in this world far worse than death. What's that? I have always thought you lot were foolish, but never this much so. Could she have suffered some damage? I doubt threats will coerce them into taking us back. It will likely be disposed of, never to be completed. Melthia, take care of matters here. Right then, forward! Of course, we needs make a silent approach, lest we raise the alarum and endanger Leticia and Elena. What have you say for yourself? The fact, then, that I find this whole ruse to be utter lunacy should give you pause. Leave it be, Albert. His difference to your years led to this conflict of allegiance between Leticia and his father. It was never meant to be as pure as the two of you. About earlier, can we truly say whether Elena yet lives? She fell from the sky. Her limbs were destroyed, and now she has lost all faculties. Could she be well? They will not see us from this distance, but we are further than imagined. Confound it! Nothing good ever comes from involvement with the royal family. Quite the valor! To think I'd see the day I would fight on behalf of the royal family. Could that be? Blast it! We cannot let them get away! That may be true, but this bedlam hasn't recovered in the slightest. Out of the question. We do not have adequate time. You trust the Empire to sit idle while we sail a ship to Nilbeth, retrieve the Levitas ore, then return to construct a full Folga battalion to be combat ready? I do not state this lightly. It will take 3 months at the very least just to get the number of Folga at hand airborne and ready for combat. It is merely a foolish old dream. Pay it no heed. I pity any who would bet the future of their kingdom on this. The Folga was not conceived to be a weapon. It is useless. Who will commandeer the other vessel? The danger is too great. You need not oblige yourself to the kingdom to such a... all that withstanding, our one obstacle is modulation of the converter. How long might it take to calibrate it to run even at minimum efficiency? Again, what do you intend? You continue to baffle me. I highly doubt the Empire will allow you to roam about freely. That matter aside, you know naught of the world of stars above. Developing wholly new components is no trivial task. Our work here will be highly specialized, so no. You too, Nina. I'm sorry, but the cure for Helgar's disease will have to wait. I hear we are in quite the conundrum. We will, but do not expect to get a wink of sleep from today on. Flying without a trial? Such drivel. I designed the Folga. How will I know its limits without a field trial? It's all empty theory. A test is necessary to be certain of actual flight. I'm left with no choice. But I shall run a trial if the chance presents itself. Of course. I presumed you might ask after it? Well said. Dissent amongst their ranks. Fool! Why have you come here? We can discuss this after our return. Hold! We still have much to discuss back home! Be at ease. I shall remain beside your father. We have much to discuss, including what comes next as well. Sorry, but my answer is no. It was Leticia who ran about trying to complete the Folga, while Melthia completed preparations. Raymond and the others helped along the way, and Malkia provided the stones. I simply showed up at the right time. Hardly a praiseworthy accomplishment. It does not befit a king to dwell on the past. Admit that what happened was beyond your control. Your softness is what enables Lambert to take advantage of you, and the war is not yet over. Regardless of the truth, the path this nation has followed for the past 14 years was set by the choice you made long ago. Grant me a seat now for my meritorious deeds pertaining to the Folga, and you know full well that conflict will follow. You recognize the Folga is not a weapon of war. That alone is honor enough. However, if you must absolutely insist on seeing me rewarded, grant me a Folga of my own once everything is settled. That is all I ask. Why? No, one is enough. What's so amusing? Blast you both. Hey, you. What did you think of the Folga? Your words hint at being miserly. If you're to offer praise, be forthright about it. Do you intend to break your promise? Everyone's a comedian. Can I help you? Not you too. Quiet you. Things are still far from over. it is I who should be begging your forgiveness. I couldn't bring myself to trust you, nor the kingdom. I hid behind numerous excuses and caused you trouble. Spare me your unctuous words. This again? The one who devised the thought of its design was I, yes. Your honeyed words will garner you naught. Can you not see how things stand? You have a debt to be paid for obstructing Elena's repairs, I recall. When Neon died, you hardly flinched. Does life hold no meaning to you? Compensating the failings of flesh with inorganic matter? Such a lure is not unusual. I presume this scorpium simply works on a much grander scale. Like Elena, it sounds as if their goal is to force evolution's hand through technology. I see. Your sense of self-consciousness as an artificial being has been of interest to me. Since Duma, or rather Scorpium, achieved such a state, they must now be seeking to further evolve themselves by integrating with humanoids. In short, this means we've won. Though you're leaving, I suggest we go chat with our friend in that case. You seem intelligent. No good will come of leaving them unaccounted for. See, that's what I find most odd. With your abilities, you all could have assumed control of the Empire. Why swear loyalty to an underdeveloped master? You wish to save your home? What? What are you two blathering about? Absolutely incredible. Raymond's pod pales in comparison. Astounding. Unbelievable. This must be where the ship is operated from. I wonder how... This much will be of little harm. You're saying this thing is alive? Sovereign. So cybernetic life forms have leaders like kings and emperors too? Power of the divine? He better not leave us behind after saying all that. Forgive me. I know I made you a promise to go to Nilbeth once the war was ended. Is that so? What are you suggesting? It has been some time since I left Ada. I shall return. Leave without me and I'll never forgive you. We've been waiting for you. Everyone is ready to depart. Every aspect of life here is like another world. No, another dimension. It's all so astounding. I don't know where to begin. Indeed. Being free of gravity's shackles ought to be fun. Which means we're in the belly of a living creature. It certainly does have that appearance. Rather unnerving. Hey, look, there seems to be some infighting. To deny something occurring in front of us? It doesn't match you, but this one is Scorpium too. And it's assimilating a large number of innocents into its collective. Fate was fair, it seems. You are saying it is not, and you would still call them people. This environment was made in a planet's image, I believe. Both ends of the terrain rise if looked at closely. I believe this colony is shaped as a colossal ring. Indeed. A gravity generator like those found on spaceships would be most inefficient to maintain gravity in a structure as massive as this. Do we really have to start from all the way there? How can I put this in terms you would understand? Oh, finally. Got tired of dawdling? Yes, that's right. We came here to integrate. The plant seems to be in a bit of an uproar, though. Did something happen? I see. So our word will be trusted by you even before we attempt to integrate? You speak our language, but you lack any ability to think on your feet. I'd ask we try not to add any more to their ranks. From our perspective, that person would no longer be human. So... each of those dots is a gigantic ship akin to the Astoria? I now see why Lambert would be so unnerved by the mere sight of the Tyrannus. My agreement to maintain Elena is still in effect. If this technology was behind your creation, I see why they're so eager to get their hands on it. Are drives normally found in natural caverns? Hence the Centralists coming here to learn this valuable secret. These symbols, mayhaps they were left behind by some ancient civilization or the like? What are you muttering about? Even if possible, his scorpion body can't be repaired here. There's nothing we can do. I'm musing over the scorpion. I've come across a wealth of experiences I'd never dreamed of since taking to the stars. There is much I wish to convey to Malthea and Marcus upon our return, but my voluminous words will never truly convey to them the smell in the air aboard this vessel, nor the texture and tastes of our journey. I can't explain the sensation of my weight on the surface of strange planets for the first time. We humans are social creatures. At our root, we live through and thanks to our connections with others. That set me thinking. The Scorpions seek to guide evolution, and they share their society's wisdom with all who join them. Perhaps they forged the path that all humanoids must one day inevitably tread. I needn't be reminded, but the matter itself is now known to me. It has taken root and will occupy my mind for the rest of my days. And what wonderful days they will be. If I wasn't, then I would no longer be me, correct? I'm musing over the scorpium. I've come across a wealth of experiences I'd never dreamed of since taking to the stars. There is much I wish to convey to Melthea and Marcus upon our return, but my voluminous words will never truly convey to them the smell in the air aboard this vessel, nor the texture and tastes of our journey. I can't explain the sensation of my weight on the surface of strange planets for the first time. We humans are social creatures. At our root, we live through and thanks to our connections with others. That set me thinking. The Scorpium seek to guide evolution, and they share their society's wisdom with all who join them. Perhaps they forged the path that all humanoids must one day inevitably tread. I needn't be reminded, but the matter itself is now known to me. It has taken root and will occupy my mind for the rest of my days. And what wonderful days they will be. If I wasn't, then I would no longer be me, correct?
Details now! Which means what? Are we to suffer him in multifarious forms no matter how oft he is bested? You jest. Why do you target Nilbeth? Where? How? You want us to lose consciousness here?
Virtual forms. Hey, is the form I'm seeing of you real? He is not liable to place himself at a disadvantage.
You're a paltry excuse for one. Man cloaks himself in knowledge and power taken from others and mistakes himself an idol. You are just one of many who litter the pages of our history. You and I are disparate beings. I cannot stand your presumption to speak in my place.
Pretty imperious, aren't you? Was that not where the Federation's faults originally lie? Agreed, but I must refuse. I vowed to attend to tasks on this planet using mine own strength. I've had lesson enough as to the consequences of progression that was acquired through the power of others. The further we press our investigations, the more I find I have to learn. Am I more useful now than during Elena's restoration? Yet I am rewarded with coffee beans. Keep such precious samples out of your hands and the air. These symbological equations, they are indeed similar, nearly identical to the foundational systems of semiomancy we study here. We will have to meet with Malkia and pray she grant us permission to dig another tunnel here. I need not be reminded. I don't fancy facing her wrath. But this stone will be key to our investigations as of the morn. Now then, we've idled enough. At the end of all this, we may well find that you and I share descendants and are distant cousins of the same family tree. I may well say the same. You found me. I believe our promise was that I retained complete and total freedom. I'd say I like the thought. I'll make it a habit to disappear more oft. Do I look of regret? No matter how much the world may change overnight, there will always be minds of men who choose to stay the same. That's even better. Melthea holds the reins at the consortium and finds no lack for funds. The only one who seems to complain about their work is you. But no, I am in no regret. I simply feel trapped in the city and the castle. So I come this way when I need room to breathe, is all. Why would I do that? One of my enjoyments is seeing you so red and flustered from seeking me out. Well, I won't run now you've found me. I guess it's time to return.
This beast is on a rampage! Stay alert!
We have no such obligation, and I'll be damned if I could even identify its throat.
That monstrosity is at it again. What's it gone and swallowed now? At last the time has come. Come at me with every fiber of your being. Time that must not be wasted. I stand before you as perfection personified. Let this battle be proof.
Raymond? Leticia? I'm still hazy, but I take it I gave you trouble?
I dare you repeat that.
Are you heading higher? I suspect you will need my help for what lies ahead, so I will accompany you. Don't stray too far.
You think a scuffle like that would...
I fear my age is making itself known. I must leave the rest to you.
If the coup is successful, the royal family will surely be put to the axe. We have not a moment to lose. Listen, you semiomancer. You will explain to me your contraption as well as the enigmatic orb.
I saw to the boy then, and I will see to him now. I never abandon my patience.
There is an unscathed version of one of those contrivances nearby? Then let's make haste.
I know not this Elena or from whence she came, but I do know time is not on her side. The rest of them will handle the regional surveys. We need to head back to Elena in Galka Shrine. You're headed for Rifle, then the Royal City from there, I imagine. You've got the reins. I am merely following along. I dare to fathom those purple horned folk and whoever was investigating the pods are in cahoots. I'd have been spared if this massive Marcus had only kept quiet. Think of Theo as sort of the guardian of those two. One who oft found himself overwhelmed by Leticia. You give an old man flashbacks surrounding me with so many members of the royal family. The gall of the Imperials to utilize tools of destruction they themselves cannot even begin to comprehend.
Levitasor, of course.
To think Melthea would be the one to uncover the final piece to our Folga puzzle.
What imbecile thinks to serve the people by overthrowing their king?
Did he not spare even a moment's thought for how they would suffer under imperial rule? Your medicines have done far more than just restore the king's health. What sort of magics do you work out there in space? Even after seeing the prototypes, I never imagined we might get the Folga flying.
Did the Emperor truly wage an entire war, just so he might become one of these Scorpium?
Do not be so naive to think they would answer us. You should be ready to force it out of them, if need be. You truly expect me to believe that this contraption quietly made its way through space and somehow managed to conquer an entire world? Enough already. Let us head for the Tyrannus. If it is a wreck, there is plenty to pilfer.
Let's make our way to this Tyrannus, to pursue Baldur and the rest, of course.
To the stars at last. Where do I even begin my studies?
That peculiar contraption at the royal wedding was a Scorpium conversion tool? That wicked man was set to use it on his own boy. If that contraption at the wedding was a Scorpium conversion device,
one wrong move could have spelled the end for you. Does joining the Scorpium grant knowledge without struggle or effort? What a miserable way to live. Not how I imagined I would see the world I was promised visit to. To think, a common foe has Osirius and Vale now coming together as one.
I'm now aware of the vast many things in this universe I've yet to learn. And I won't have them all taken away before I do.
The seaport of Kato can be reached by crossing Galka Lemthus, from where Elena's pod was located. I estimate the meteor landed in the vicinity of Galka Shrine. I can show you the way. Come, I took the liberty of instructing the villagers to avoid Galka Shrine. The defense equipment is undergoing repairs. That they targeted your party at all was an oversight on my part. Think nothing of it. Tell Nina to stop addressing me as Uncle Wait, it must be because I am a friend of her father's. Never mind. I must teach the villagers of Ada how to maintain these machines of mine, as the time of my return is yet unknown.
Could there exist a seabird here spreading the rot in the same manner witnessed in Rifle?
Traveling to the royal capital is unexpected. I will not be setting foot within the castle, however.
Has it really been 14 years?
Go. Return with your ally. I shall await your arrival. Go. Bring word of Albert's arm straight to them. I am no monarchist, but I am also not so vindictive as not to feel joy in this moment. The fate of this kingdom concerns me far less than Elena's condition and Albert's arm. I'm not in this for the kingdom or its royal family. I'm in it solely because it serves my interests. The Folga is my own design. You expect me to leave it to any but my own hands? You've heard no bad news from Nilbeth, yes? If the ore is finally here, then it is high time we begin. I've been coerced into enough rest already. Leave me alone! I am so close, so very close. I'm coming with, so if you have matters to settle, then snap to it. I'll look after your father myself. You should take your leave now. I did only what I had to do, and the king did much the same. These past 14 years were nothing but the result of necessity. Having Malkia around makes me lose my focus. Our ground forces will be unstoppable with the Folga at their side. All we need concern ourselves with is the keep. He thinks us cogs in his machine, but we'll show him our motors spin outside of his plans. This is it, our grand finale.
and my one-way ticket to personal freedom. I fail to see how any of the trouble they've managed to stir up here could have even the slightest positive impact on their homeworld. An entire galaxy full of items new to the eye. Be still, my beating heart. Say, this coffee of yours, it's most bitter. Fascinating. Curse that Raymond and his duplicitous words. This coffee is bitter beyond belief. The scale of this conflict is beyond anything on our world. I see now why the Federation forbids interaction with us. Damned Boldor tried to obliterate this ship. My apologies to those seeking a swift return, but this act cannot go unpunished. Wormholes, huh? If humanity learned to manipulate such phenomena at will, there would be no need for other forms of transport. I cannot stand to see a land of such splendor infested by centralist wretches. Let us eradicate them from Parapeum. Are we traveling swiftly or not? I find the inability to perceive inertia aboard this vessel perplexing. This Symbo drive is a technology so rare as to be coveted even by the Scorpium. My curiosity grows by leaps and bounds. There is no going back. I'll likely spend the rest of my days striving for that which I have seen with you all. There's no going back now. I'll likely spend my days striving for that which I have seen with them. Boldor believes he is virtuous, but this is nothing more than the tantrums of a self-indulgent child. Is this Boldor's subjugation of death? Does he think himself a god now? To me, he is the very picture of a man fleeing his own demise. What am I doing? Why, I'm committing everything here to memory so I can share with Melthea and Marcus. If no haven exists, then make one. An obvious answer rendered here in awe-inspiring scale. Break the bonds of flesh by linking the minds of all beings? Is this Scorpium's path to evolution? What becomes of the underclass if a ruler emerges among beings who share knowledge equally? Ha! Well now. Yes! Stop right there! Strike true!